looks like we have a new Turtle WoW roadmap. So, real quick, I have both roadmaps, the old and the new. So this one right here is the new one. This one is the old one. We are going to compare them to see what has changed, because it looks like a couple of things have been shifted around and some things are either gone or added. So let's move this away from my face so you can see my beautiful face. This is the old one. So first off, right here, new raid, Karazhan, we got that. New primary profession, which was jewel crafting, we got that. Class changes, new character customization, I don't know if we got that yet or not, I wasn't really paying attention for that. New tier sets, we got that. So all of that, Tower of Karazhan stuff, we already got. Now then, the next one is along the way. So, PvP and economy updates, I don't think we've gotten that yet. Faction leader, loot, survival skill overhaul, PvP towers, toy collection. I do believe we did get the toy collection tabs. We did get that already, but I don't believe we got the other ones just yet. The next one would have been the new raid Grim Batal with the Grim Reaches, Baylor, Northwatch Ridge, and more. Now, those new zones are going to be in the next patch coming up. So that means most of the stuff in the along the way section probably got shifted over or canceled. We're going to check the new roadmap in a second, but the new zones are coming up in the next patch. And then it says new dungeons, which we already know of at least 2 that are coming out. After that, which would have been this year, we should have gotten Echoes of Quel'Tha Lost, which would have introduced Zulamon and the Eversong Waste as new zones, as well as new dungeons. And then we would have gotten Turtle WoW 2.0, which is the Unreal Engine. Now then, if we go to the new roadmap, so we've already gotten Tower of Karazhan. Like I said, the next patch is going to be, like I said, the one with Northwatch, Grim Reaches, Baylor, Dragonmaw Retreat, Stormwrought Ruins, which we now have level ranges for. I'll go through that one second. Dungeon extensions, so we're going to new areas inside of Razorfen Crawl, Zul'Farrak, Black Fathom Deeps, Razorfen Downs. We're going to have a new arena, the Sunstrider Court, probably in the, what's the name of the High Elf city? I forgot what it's called. It's probably going to be somewhere in there. And then it says new PvP event, Northwatch Keep. Now, Northwatch, where was Northwatch? That one is in the Barrens. That's the outpost in the Barrens. So, I wonder what that's going to entail when they say new PvP events. Because they've been trying to add, they're going to add new PvP events, but does that mean that it's going to be happening in the world like every hour, every couple hours? Like, oh, go capture the flag or defend the point or whatever, and whoever wins gets badges or something, or honor points. Like, that would be actually really cool. If they're open world events, you know, give people like a 10-minute warning so levelers can be like, oh, they're gonna do an event, I better hurry up my quest, get out of here, and avoid the area, and then it's like, alright, go balls deep, you know what I mean? Kind of like the Gurubashi arena, where you could be in and around the area. I mean, you're not really in the arena for any quests for any reason, but let's just say you're in and around the area, the guy gives you a warning that lasts like, well, like 5 minutes, because it takes him that long to walk around the frickin' the arena, and then once he drops that loot chest, go for it! You know what I mean? So that's going to be really interesting. Now, real quick, let's go to the level ranges before we get to the next area. So, Northwind, the new zone, is going to be 28 to 34. Grim Reach is going to be 33 to 38. Baylor is going to be 29 to 34. The new dungeons, Dragonmaw Retreat, is going to be 25 to 34. Stormwrought Ruins is going to be 35 to 41. Which, this is all beautiful because I've been leveling that new hunter with my friend. Right now, we're, I think, level 36, 37, so we are smack dab in the middle, maybe just a little bit higher than a couple of these zones, which means if I can convince her to hold off a little bit till the next, patch, we'll be able to do all of these zones on stream for you guys, so, and the dungeons too, so this is going to be great, like perfect timing. I mean, we could still do the zones and get experience points, we just won't get as many experience, you know what I mean? Because Turtle WoW has it that you can get experience for older zones, even if you're 20 levels higher, but I think that's the maximum. Now then, the one after that, which is kind of interesting, is going to be the Nightmares of Ursol. So not Ursoc, it's going to be Ursol, which is one of the 2 bear gods. The new zone, Moon Whisper Coast. Now let's see. If I had to guess where that is, I'm assuming it's going to be on the northern end of, what's it called, of Kalimdor, because we have, Moonglade, but it's up on a mountain, right? And that's just a sheer drop off into the water. So I'm assuming that drop off is expanded into a type of like valley or coastal line. So that's where I'm assuming it is. I don't know for sure, but that would make the most sense, especially because it would be nearby Moonglade and Highjaw, which have, or I say Highjaw, but I mean really Moonglade, I guess Fellwood, and then Winterspring, because that's where the Furball caves are. So you're going to have the Amberhorn Caverns, which is still a work in progress, but it's going to be a level 25 to 30 area, and then the Timber Maw Hold, which is a level 60 dungeon. So that's going to be really interesting. We've been wanting to go into Timber Maw Hold forever, and then you can see right here, it's going to be a new model. It's an armored furbog. Please let furbogs be playable. I know Azeroth at War is doing playable furbogs, but I want that guy. Look at that armor. That's what I want right there. And then we have a new raid extension for Onyxia's Lair. And then it says hard mode right there. I don't know if it's hard mode only could go into this extension or not, but I thought they already extended Onyxia's Lair, unless that was a different private server, that they added 2 new bosses. I think that was Project Epoch. I could be wrong. See, this is what happens when you cover more than one server. You start getting them mixed up. But an extension to Onyxia's Lair, I don't, again, know what hard mode means. It probably means only for hard mode players to be able to run that, but whatever. The survival skill overhaul, so that's still in the works. That's probably going to be in the next one if they don't change it. A new arena, the Ruins of Lordaeron, which is probably going to be behind the walls when you go in. A lot of people have opened up in previous private servers, so it's not really anything new. And then new PvP events, just like Northwatch Keep. We're going to have the Redwall Keep, which I don't know where that is or where it would be. And then we have South Shore versus Terran Mill, which is a classic, right? After that, we're going to be getting the Turtle WoW 2.0 Unreal Engine update. Now, real quick, reminding you that if you had watched the developmental Q&A or whatever it was, or FAQ, after the initial trailer of the Unreal Engine, because a lot of people made the criticism that the Unreal Engine update was just lighting. That's all it was. Lighting, UI overhaul, and just, back-end stuff, right? Which is the primary goal of it, but they did mention, now I don't know if it's going to be there at launch, but they did mention for the 2.0 update that they wanted to also update models. Not maybe character models, but like houses, trees, stagnant objects, stuff like that. So if they do that, that would be a lot better. I don't really want them to update the models. I know it would look weird to have like a polygon-y model next to a high-definition rock, for an example, but a lot of people don't like the newer models, and I would prefer having old models, new, pretty environments, if you kind of understand what I'm saying. If they made it an option where you could toggle either or, fair enough, but if it's one or the other, I'm not sure how I would feel about that. Anyway, so that's all planned for this year. For next year, they're planning the Echoes of Quel'Thalas. So that got pushed way back, because that was supposed to pretty much come out next, right? Oh no, it was supposed to come out... okay, so Karazhan, we were supposed to get 2 more ones, and then Quel'Thalas before Turtle WoW. So that one still got pushed back, but it's going to be pushed back in the next year rather than this year. And then it's the Hammers and Talons, which got pushed back behind Quel'Thalas, which will have the new raid of Grim Batol. Grim Batol raid is going to be our next endgame challenge, designed for the top difficulty designed to top the difficulty of the Tower of Karazhan, given the current progression. We will schedule its development into 2026 to ensure its epic experience we're aiming for. So, Tower of Karazhan is... I don't know if it's tier 4. I think it's like tier 3.5, if I had to guess. But it is technically stronger than Naxxramas. Grim Batol is going to be even stronger. This is going to be the next tier. So, that's a lot of stuff to do for. Now, I haven't even raided on Turtle WoW. I could have been raiding, but I've mentioned this in a lot of videos and streams and stuff. I just have lost interest in raiding altogether in World of Warcraft just for a variety of reasons. One of them being I don't want to treat the game like a job. Second of all, I've had a lot of issues with just other players. I don't like playing with other players, basically. It's just, it turns into a lot of drama I want to avoid, and also the timing, because a lot of people that raid, they raid at times where I'm at work or I'm asleep, so I just don't really want to bother raiding anymore. But for the people who do raid and do enjoy raiding and can raid, this is going to add a lot more content to the game for them, so it's still really cool to see. I'm still going to be doing all the dungeon stuff, right? I'll definitely be doing Timbermaw Hold, because I have a level 60, so I'm good to go. I've got a character who's in the level 30 range, so I could do all these new... I actually have two characters that are in the level 30 range, so this is going to be perfect. I'm going to be able to show you all of this stuff. Moon Whisper Coast, if I don't get my hunter high enough level for that, I could still just go and do that on my level 60, because it's a level 50 to 56 zone, so it'll be completely fine to do. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. A lot of stuff I'm going to end right there on the picture of that furball, because he's cool looking. So, that's going to be it. I will see you guys in the next update video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more Turtle WoW or just private server in general, news, coverage, gameplay. I've been lately streaming Stormforge, which is a Blizz-like Mista Pandaria server. I've just had the itch to play Mista Pandaria again, and it's a new server. They're just now updating into 5.2, which is going to be fun. I just got to level up the rest of the way. So I will see you then.